What's good, everybody? It's your boy Czar, all rights reserved. I'm gonna show you guys a segment. I told y'all I was gonna start doing this. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm actually about to do something. This segment's called Know Your Rights, all right? And this is gonna be to help you guys to do better when dealing with officers, to actually have respect. One quick thing to know is that you have rights when you're addressed by cops. And I spoke about this many different times, and I want to try and educate you because I know a lot of young black males, and something I never understood. A lot get caught running from the cops. A lot get caught just doing stuff where they're addressed by the cops and they run, they do all type of things. But first thing you need to know is you do not have a reason to run from the officers. They are public servants. Okay. In that sense, real quick though, did you notice that the news and different things, they're talking a lot about they're saying TheCzarr a lot. I know ever since I came out, like let's say recently this year, speaking on different things in the news, they're saying TheCzarr a lot, like trying to act like they're placing people. Come on, y'all know what I came to do. Stop playing yourselves. They want to say, oh yeah, the information. Like I just seen information TheCzarr. When has there ever been an information czar? What? Stop playing yourself. Already, and it's funny because I told you were going to do that in the news. Then you started doing it. Like, it's crazy. They said, oh, the boundaries are in Europe. The czar holding different things. Like, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to take away the fact that I'm speaking about something real and try and make it so that what you have up can be searched. But the truth will always remain. Stop playing with me. Y'all never said TheCzarr on TV, ever. Never. Not even a little bit. Now I see y'all saying it all the time. Stop playing. Then, oh my goodness. I'm going to just chill on it because CNN, I know you're on YouTube too. I'm not going to blow your spot up. You straight up, you tried to play me. I know you seen me and tried to do, you said what I said in the video when I was talking about, we're going to go into that. You repeated what I said. You guys are funny, Oh my goodness, man. Then I'd be wrong pulling up the CNN, trying to talk to somebody and say, like, why y'all taking my ish? Without giving any type of reference, without giving any respect. Oh, but we could say a word. It's how you say it. You repeat exactly what I said, how I said it. That's the problem. I've been told y'all, these news stations, these media outlets, I caught them once posting my videos without any reference, trying to put another channel posting my videos with my face talking. I already caught y'all doing that. I addressed you a year ago on that. Y'all still doing little things. They steady trying to take my weight away from me, and it proves it. From the views and everything I started, you guys are steady trying to take eyes and ears away from what it is I do, because we speak truth here. I keep it real. A lot of people be fake, and you're cool with the fake stuff. But when a person comes out, all right, anyways, let's get into it.
I'm doing well. What's your name, sir? Who are you?
Let's go.
Sorry? That's not the way this goes. Who are you? I'm Sergeant Barry Antis, Fort Wayne Police Department. How are you? Good. What's your name? I didn't give it. I know. I want to know what your name is. I don't care what you want. Well, that's not the policy. The Secret Service. I don't care. Us to identify then why don't they come out here and talk to me? They will in a moment. Okay, go ahead. Am I being detained? What's your name? Am I being detained? What is your name? Am I being detained? What is your name? I'm gonna say no. What's that? I'm gonna say, hey, don't you touch me. Don't you touch me.
Real talk. Okay, you see that? He's asking, am I being detained? Am I being detained? And instead of saying, yes, you are, he stood in front of him and put his hand on his chest. You need to know that that's too far for an officer to go. Military cop, not military, whatever cop. That's too much. That's too much. Like, that should not be happening. There should be no reason for that occurring. So this is something that you guys have to get on. There's something that you guys have to stick to in order to address situations. You got to be very careful. The cops will literally put themselves in a position to violate you and then try and stand on it. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. There's a reason behind a lot of this stuff. You have to be careful because these are the things that they do to try and hem you up and say that you assaulted them or that you were out of line, you were resisting arrest, because he stopped them, put his hand on his chest. You get me? That's too far. You need to know your rights. This is the day and age. Listen to me. If you ain't never known your rights, today forward, you got to know them. You got to know them like your name. Know your rights. I'm warning you now. Listen, I always tell everybody these things ahead of time. They never listen. Listen now. Know your rights. If you don't know your rights, literally, if he didn't know his rights, they would have violated him. They're trying to force a name out of him. They really want his ID, but you got to know in your state, do I have to provide ID when asked? Do you know in your state if that's relevant, if you're forced to, or if that's an option? You got to know these things because they're trying to get the ID out of him. He said, nah. But listen, he stepped in front of him, blocking his path to move forward. And he said, am I being detained? So literally, he's getting harassed. So he's saying, oh, the guy's saying, oh, Secret Service, why didn't they come out? Fact, why didn't they come? Who are you? So you got to know your rights. Let's go.
Public servant, don't touch me. Look, public servant, you don't touch me. You don't touch me. Or else what? You don't touch me. Or else what? I will file a complaint. You can file.
Now, he's right. A lot of you said you would say you don't touch me and threaten something. You can't make threats to a cop. But he said, you don't touch me. He shouldn't. But he's saying, or what? This cop is out of line. He's basically antagonizing the guy to do something. But understand, this is a military officer. It's not a normal officer. Being that it's a military officer, their thoughts are not like normal cops. They're ready to go at any moment in time. They have to be. They're military. So you got to know that. You got to know what you're dealing with. You'll get down quicker from a military officer than a normal cop. You're talking about normal cop shooting. Well, go ahead and play around with a military officer. You're getting hit quick. They're going to be quick on the gun because that's what they're about. That's what they're taught. Understand these things. This is important for you to get.
Don't touch me. Identify you. You're being live streamed. Nope. All right, stop. No. Am I being detained? Yes, you are. Am I being detained? Identify who you are. That's not the way this goes. Well, I don't care what you say. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm not. Sir, no. The Secret Service has. I don't care. To identify. I don't care what.
See, he's approaching them in the name of the Secret Service.
I understand that.
That's not good enough. Not to violate my rights.
What have I broken? What law have I broken?
Exactly.
We have to have a
learn to ask. You got to learn to speak up for yourself.
I understand that. Or do you understand that? What's your name? Do you understand that? What's your name? What is your badge number? 1647.
Okay.
I'm gonna file a complaint with
See?
Officer Reed. That's okay. And you're.
Now, technically, right there, the cop did what he was supposed to. If he was resisting to give his badge number, that would have been suspect, but he wasn't. That's okay. You keep asking. You always ask for the badge number. You see how he's asking questions, but he's not physically confrontational. A lot of you young dudes are physically confrontational to cops. You'll fight off the cop. You'll push the cop. You'll say, move. Like, you can't do all that. You got to be chill, but you ask and speak. Speak on your rights. Even if you know, you're going to see later, he's even going to give a number to one of the rules that are set for him to follow. Being that knowledgeable will save your life. Get me? It will.
Affairs Department. That's okay.
It will save your life.
You don't touch me. Okay.
And he tells him.
Yes, you did.
He lied because he physically did touch him. Starting the video, he touched him. He had his hand on his chest. So now he's lying with video on him. And understand, this guy has video on him filming the cop.
I have no right. Why won't you give your name? I have no business to give you my name. Okay. I haven't what ordinance have I broken? What's your name? What ordinance have I broken? What is your name, sir? Have I committed a misdemeanor? What is your name? Am I being detained? Yes, you are. Under what probable cause? Okay.
The moment they say yes, you are, that's when they mess up. Because under what probable cause? Because if this would go to court, that cop's done. He's done. If it goes to court and you can't name how I'm being detained, you just violated my amendment rights. So he's now in trouble with beyond his captain, his sergeant. Because I know you guys in this video, it's not going to progress to the point for you to see that. But I'm telling you, if this went to court, that cop's done. He didn't follow the law of the land, which is you need to have reasonable, probable cause. He's going to ask him for his RAS. That's even deeper. He's asking him, what is your response for doing these actions and validating them? That's gonna, yo, in court, this cop would get eaten alive. Trust me, I was in court with cops. I did it. I respectfully, it wasn't to it was to let them know they were wrong, because I told them they were wrong. I proved they were wrong. This is what's wrong with this. This is a very bad look on him. Now, first off, the reason he's asking him is because he's filming at a place where they're presuming the president's going to show up. Okay, you got to understand that's the whole basis of this. They're presuming the president's going to show up, but I'm on public area with my film, looking at the area. How am I breaking a law? I'm just looking. Now, also, let me say this. I get their anger. I get his anger, the cop's anger, whatever he's saying, that he's wondering why he's doing this. How is he doing this? He's like, why are you here filming? I get that. Why are you here filming when the president's about to show up? I understand that. So I get their angle, but at the same time, his rights, his rights. They are public servants, not that they're slaves. They're here to serve us, to help us. He said he doesn't know. He could be privately scoping the area for the president. You don't know, but it's not my right to tell you either. I don't have to tell you something that is not your obligation to know. I'm on public property. This isn't private. So you can't detain me. You can't touch me. That's the point of the cameraman.
What is your RAS?
That's it,
Your
right
reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
It's cold outside. I have gloves on. It's cold outside. You don't have your gloves on. I can't operate the camera. You don't have. I've been doing this and sticking it inside my jacket. Well, you have it's so cold. I've been alternating. It takes video as well as pictures. I can alternate between them.
Now, he's not saying you don't have freedom of press. He's trying to tell him about his method of him using the video or camera. How he's doing it is not normal. See, he's trying to not de-escalate, but reinforce his reasoning behind the unlawful detainment. These are things you need to know. As a human being in America, you need to know. They're there to protect and serve, but they don't know who you are if you're on a property that the president's showing up to. You get it? Like, you got to look at both sides. That's how you begin to understand the law. Look at both sides. He's random with a camera out there walking in the area before the president shows up. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you only have so much you're able to do, even if you think I'm suspicious. So what is your suspicion? He can't even tell him. He doesn't know. He don't know what the suspicion is. And that makes sense because you're just stopping me to protect your own self just in case you think something could happen. But you have no proof something's going to happen involving me. That's what he's trying to tell him.
Someone reach out to 600 on TAC 9, advise him subject is refusing. I'm not refusing the ID. I'm saying I haven't broken.
With that said, he tried to set him up just now. He tried to say he's refusing arrest in a sense. You're saying I'm detained, but then later on this video, and I'm not going to have it on that long, he's trying to tell him I'm not detaining you. He ultimately is not detained because you don't have a reason to cuff me. You don't have a reason to sit me down to question me. You're just trying to be nosy. But that is not fair because, officer, I'm walking up the curb with my camera and video. There's a right to press. That is part of the amendment. You get me? That's in the amendments to be able to have freedom of press. You can't stop me because you don't like that I have the camera. And there's another one I'm going to check out with you guys soon today. After I do this, I got to handle some business. I want to stop by. This is the first one. The second one is far more entertaining because it's on a public area where there is a precinct. And it really shows you the power you have as a citizen. A lot of you be scared, weirding out the cops, be walking around with illegal stuff, doing things, but you really don't know if you would just live ordinary, walk around ordinary, your rights are intact. You know I'm all rights reserved. These are things you need to know because a lot of you, I see on the news, you're running, you're doing all type of things, you're carrying all type of stuff, you're carrying the wrong way, illegally. Like, these are things that need to be talked about because this is the future that we need to protect. So check in. It's all rights reserved. Let me know what you think about this video. Shout out to Sofo's homemade. I like their videos. They're a crew I came upon today. I really like how their videos go. They're one of the best at it. So we're going to look a lot at videos like this aside from doing the media we do. I'm going to hit you with one of these here and there. This is my first one. All rights reserved.